All right. So today we have a Q&A session. So therefore, we go into the number of questions. So tonight's question is not too difficult. They are quite simple. It's more towards the practical side of it. Now, if you have any other questions, later you can put it down on the chat. Okay. All right. Let us go to the sharing of the screen. The first question is not really a question, but the first question is connected to the second question from a different people, actually. Very connected to the second one. Okay. Now here, I will comment too. Now the question is this. The comment is this. As suggested by Bhante, I have blocked my time from 6 a.m. to 11 a.m. After taking breakfast, I have 2 sessions of walking and 2 sessions of sitting. Today is my 3rd day, and I find that the continuity of the mindfulness really makes my noting clear and the mind very bright. Unlike earlier, where a sitting after wake up and a sitting before bed, my mind either not clear, sleepy, or feels tired. Just would like to thank Bhante for the good advice, and I will continue on the practice. Sadhu Bhante. Okay, now here, as I said, continuity of the practice, whether when you do it at home too, when there's some degree of continuity, it's always better than you have have a different sessions throughout different time of the day. So here, the continuity is always better. So that's why, as I said, if you are willing to do it at home, then as I said, you have to block your time, and that time is only for meditation only. So whatever other time, apart from that, you want to do any other thing, then you can go ahead. Then after that, when you set the time that you want to meditate, then you come back for that session. So whatever comes in, whatever, if it's not emergency, whatever else comes in, you can always put aside. If sometimes there are messages comes in, WhatsApp messages come in, email came in or comes in, just put those things aside too. Here you have to set your mind for the practice. Okay, yes, so good. So if you have the time, then do carry on as long as you can. Now, let's go to the next question from a different devotee. From a different devotee, but it's completely opposite from the first question. Okay, let's go to the second one. All right, Bhante. For mini meditation retreat at home for 4 hours, to be honest, I don't think I could do that. Actually, on daily basis, I'm only meditating metta for 15 minutes. The question is, what should I do to improve my meditation duration? Yeah, good. Okay. Now, the day, as I said, during one of the Dhamma talk, as I said, if you want to make, at least you must have more or less 4 hours. Why 4 hours? Because a number of times we need that first hour, second hour just to settle the mind. Then once the mind settled, then another at least 1 or 2 hours, you can able to meditate a little bit more. So therefore 4 hours maybe generally can be quite okay. But of course, if you do not have the time, then you maybe have 2 hours and so on, or less, a little bit. Now, again here, the questions above this one, this the earlier question, and this question from a different person. Whereas I think this question here, the devotee maybe still have work to do. That means you have to work online. That means you have You have still have a job to do, and then that will take up a lot of your time throughout the day. Whereas in the first question, the person is not working anymore. Yeah? The person is not working, and therefore he or she can able to dedicate some time for the meditation practice. So a lot of us maybe is still in the working process, still have a job to do. Then it may require you for 8 hours or 10 hours of your waking hours to do whatever needs to be done. And then after that, perhaps you also need to have to prepare your food, you need to do other things and so on. Then only really by the end of the day or starting of the day, you only have a minimal amount of meditation that you can able to meditate, right? So we understand that. We understand those things that yogis go through. Now, let's say for those of you who have the time, and perhaps sometimes you may be still working, but in the weekends, perhaps you still have a full day to meditate or half a day to meditate. Then what you can do is this. You have to make a determination, adhitthana. You got to make a determination. You got to firm up your mind that at this time that I'm going to do my meditation. You're going to do my meditation at this particular time. Then again, you may have like sometimes other people may want to have appointment with you. Then you must take it seriously that this time I'm not going to entertain any other thing. I'm not going to entertain any other thing. Perhaps you may have a function out there, and perhaps you need to meet somebody, and then the meeting has to be prolonged a little bit more. But then sometimes because of you are doing your own meditation, then a lot of times we just, okay, never mind, it's okay. Yeah, I can prolong the meeting a little bit, it's all right, But then that is where we fail in our meditation. We're going to fail in our meditation. So even when we are out there, when you're out there, then when the time for meditation, so you have to set the time, you finish whatever you need to do, you got to set this time for the meditation. You got to be firm. So you got to have that determination. Then that determination also, at the same thing, sometimes for some people, we are so attached to our mobile phones, to our computer, and so on, Actually, more towards information and entertainment. And a lot of times, what we read is all a lot of nonsense, honestly speaking. A lot of nonsense. So all you need to do is just firm up your mind, make a adhitthana, make a determination, and then put all your mobile phones, everything aside, and then that time you meditate. You find a good place for yourself that is not being disturbed by your family members or other people, and then therefore you try to meditate there. Now, if you cannot able to do so much per day or during the days that you are working, then what you can do is that perhaps maybe you set a less time for it. Maybe if you just have an hour or even half an hour, then that particular time, then do it also. We are not talking a retreat here. We are talking about daily mindfulness. But when it comes to a more of a household retreat or a mini retreat, then we need to step up the game a little bit. We need to have more time. But for a regular meditation, now that would be good is that you need to have a place, you need to have away from people, then you can actually able to meditate. So So you push yourself a little bit more. Find a time that you are okay, early in the morning or late in the night. Then that time you try to meditate. Don't expect for too much of a progress, because half an hour or 45 minutes or even an hour, a lot of time there's not much of a progress. It's more or less calming down the mind only. So try and see. Yeah. But when you are, perhaps when you are in future, when you are join a retreat, let's say, or a at home retreat, then that time perhaps you need to exercise a little bit more time for yourself. Perhaps you need to take a break from work, take 10 days off or 2 weeks off in order for you to make time for yourself to meditate. More or less you can do that only. So you don't we cannot expect too much on when we are meditating at home. If you can meditate like 70%, 50% to 70%, like what you do in the actual meditation retreat, you already by day already, by everything, blessed already. You're blessed already in that sense. If so we cannot expect like what we can do in a retreat. We cannot set our expectations so high. So whatever that your time in the regular daily meditation, then you make sure that you try to meditate as best as you can. But when you actually want to do a mini retreat at home, then you make sure that you set your time, you block your time, you make a determination that you're going to spend that particular time for meditation. Then other times you can do other things. You can check your mail and you can do whatever you need to do. But that particular time, you need to stop. Then when you do this, whether regular or a mini retreat, then when you do it for day after day, then it helps to, again, it sets a biological clock. Then your mind says, oh, this time for meditation, then already come into meditation already. That will be good for a lot of you that is staying at home.